Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. A huge opportunity for both of these teams to get a boost and find a way to break into the top 25 if they can come out with a victory. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Stanford Cardinal. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Snagged in the middle. It's Clemens.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. He'll toss it. There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Murphy. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Beavers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Looking for space. It's Irvin. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Unleashes one. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Makes a move. Touchdown, Beavers! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Brown will throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. They go to the ground. Hard running there. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Buys a little time. Fires left. Got his man. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Brown wants to pass. Flips it out on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll start this drive firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Hankerson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Beavers can really attack on this second and short. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Inside the 45. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side, and then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Murphy. He's got the tight end. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And we've got our eyes on everything going on in football, including this gem from Alabama and Tennessee. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down. It makes play calling easy. Every single...
Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
And the old battle for the bones today. Memphis and UAB, a trophy that makes you hungry just looking at it. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Here comes the option. They'll go to the ground. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Murphy. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Skips away from pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. Secures it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Brown will throw it. The short hands, it's Williams. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
Number 37 on to kick it away. The return is tackled down at the 13. And the Oregon State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Pocket breaking down. Under fire. On a little time, lets it go. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clemens. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Johnson. Now the toss. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Cardinal! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, Notre Dame and USC has just gone final, and we have a winner in the battle for the Jules Chalet League. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Off the play fake on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught over the middle. It's Hankerson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Pulls it in. It's Clemens. Turn just keeps moving. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Floating away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Murphy. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Fires to the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
One more snap coming before halftime. Brown wants to pass. Quickly complete. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
13.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. On the run, it's Irvin. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. Brown will throw it. He's got him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Stanford looking to convert this fourth down. The defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on fourth down. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. There he goes. Touchdown, Stanford. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Hankerson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Beavers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. is looking downfield to throw. Fakes the grab on the left. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Finding an escape route. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Looking for a crease. It's Irvin. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the air, it's Murphy. Working the middle, it's complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to... Sure, everyone has the same call. And the Beavers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on.
It's a fake. He's going to throw it. Fires to the right. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on fourth down. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on third down. Brown wants to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
They'll run for him. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Oregon State, 13.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Working that wide receiver screen. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Makes the grab on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon State.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you've got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the right. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Brown will throw it. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Boy, that defense didn't need to give this offense any more help. It's 1st and 5. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. They'll give it to the back. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry up.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. Can't get him to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Beavers are flying down the field. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Dances away to buy time. He breaks into the open. Hard-hitting tackle. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw. Football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. On the run, still looking. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Beavers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one last update on one of the best rivalry games in the sport, the battle for the Little Brown Joe. Michigan left little doubt You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying to impose their will with the run. Picks up the 1st down. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys.